Hello, good morning, and all that good stuff. Today we're starting a new series on regarding this Epiphone FT120. It was built in 1979 in Japan, so it's not a USA Epiphone. It's Japan, which is probably at that period of time better than being built in China. So, yeah. It features, if you will, a spruce top. It's solid, not a laminate. Then it has mahogany sides and back and neck. And I'm not sure what the fingerboard is made of. It could be mahogany, but it might actually be, we call it maple. Who knows? Back in the day, this was a decent guitar, although it was a budget guitar. It is a concert size, so it's a smaller guitar. It's not a juggernaut, as they call it. So, with that, we're going to do an aerial and check out the features on this guitar. Okay, starting at the headstock. I'll be flipping this over in a minute, but trust me in the fact that we have open gear tuners here. Likely a plastic nut. Obviously the neck adjustment is in the headstock. We have a 0 fret here, which makes this plastic nut just a guide, obviously. So if you look at the neck, you can tell it just really doesn't have the porous look and the striations that a rosewood neck would have, so, or fingerboard. So I'm thinking it's probably mahogany, could be something else, including what do you call it, maple. See down in there? Not very well. Maybe I should kick on the light. See if we can get the light going here. Yeah, made in Japan. Serial number and all that stuff is still there, although not real visible. The bridge is adjustable. The saddle can move up and down on this particular guitar. So it has one strap knob there and no others. So it's the type that you'd have to get the kind with a string on the other end to wrap around the headstock there at the end of the neck. So let's flip this over and take a peek at the back. There's the open gear tuners. They don't appear to be in horrible shape, but we shall see. And a real way to tell is once you get the strings off how floppy they are. Mahogany neck, and this feature right here is kind of nice too. Underneath this plate are screws that hold the neck on. This is a bolt-on neck guitar. Of course, mahogany back. It does have some wear and tear on the back, and I think that's because of the way it was put inside the case, because there are loose strings sitting where the back of this guitar sits inside the case, so it's laying on top of loose used strings. So that's the back of the guitar. Now it's time for some measurements. I want to see what the scale is on this particular guitar. So I have a sewing, what do you call it, tape measure here. It looks like it's 24 1/4, which is typical for Gibson / Epiphone. I like to use these because they won't scratch the guitar. They're made of plastic or cloth, depending on where you get them and what you get. You don't wonder what I'm doing, I'm rolling it back up. So, I also like to check the action, and it's clear that the action is quite high on this, and that's one of our goals, to lower the action. So, this tool comes in handy for checking where it's at. I just line this up as best I can with the bottom of the string to get an idea of where we're at. Oop, too far. Probably right about there. So we're at roughly 6/30 seconds on the low E, and probably 4/30 seconds, or an eighth-ish or so on the, actually it's more than an eighth, 4/30 seconds on the high E. Okay, before I remove the strings, I like to check to see where the tuning's at. I haven't messed with any of the tunings on this, so see where it's at. See if it's been sitting at high tension for a long time. It's been in the case, I guess, for a while, but it is actually flat. You can see here, flat from a 440 E. So, I'm sure A is flat. D is not as flat, but still flat. B is very flat. And the high E is flat. So everything's flat. So we're good on that. It hasn't been sitting at high tension for eons. But for being built in 1979, it's actually in relatively good condition. The guitar, this particular model of guitar, if in excellent condition, is worth about $200. I'd say this one, at this point, the way it sits right now, is worth about $75. When I'm done with it, I'm hoping to have it up to at least $175. So that means I'm going to lower the action, which I can do by shimming the neck, and I'm going to clean up the frets, and of course put a new set of strings on it. And the owner requested lighter strings, so we're putting a set of light strings on it, so it's not so hard on his fingers as he starts playing again and learning again, I'm guessing. So that's where we're going with this particular unit. Stay tuned for more in the future. Next video will be getting the strings off, checking to see if the truss rod adjustment works, checking the tuners, make sure there's nothing horribly wrong with that, and then we'll be taking the neck off and making a shim to bring it up. And I want to bring it up not only straight up, but I want to tilt it back a little bit as well, so that we can get rid of this V here. And it all depends on if the truss rod works or not. If the truss rod does not work, I may just go straight up. If it does work, I can get some relief in this, which will help to eliminate any fret buzz that might occur if the action is too low here. Of course, this can always be adjusted up, but that's it. Thanks for watching.